Make it simmer like Zimmer. Crafting the endless rising tone of Dunkirk. Welcome to the Element Talks podcast. So, if you've ever felt your pulse quicken to an endless ascending sound in a film or TV scene, you've likely encountered a Shepard tone, one of the most fascinating auditory illusions in modern sound design. And few composers have mastered it quite like Hans Zimmer, with one of the prime examples being heard in 2017's Dunkirk to create a relentless feeling of tension and urgency. What is the Shepard tone? The Shepard tone is an auditory illusion that seems to rise or fall forever, never actually reaching a higher or lower pitch limit. It's built by layering multiple sine waves, spaced an octave apart, then carefully fading them in and out while pitch shifting them together. Imagine a musical escalator that loops back under your feet. You hear a note rising, but before it peaks, another tone fades in below it, creating the sensation of infinite ascent. The two key ingredients to Shepard tones. First, amplitude envelope. That's fading in and out. Each octave-spaced sine wave fades in as it rises and fades out as it nears the top or bottom of the pitch range. This overlapping volume control masks the loop and keeps the illusion seamless. Second, you have pitch shifting in octaves. The sine waves are pitch shifted together, maintaining their octave intervals. As the set of tones slides upward or downward, the fading volume gives the impression of continuous motion. Zimmer's Dunkirk score doesn't just rely on the Shepard tone itself. Instead, it layers the illusion with diegetic sounds. Ooh, how do I pronounce this word? Diegetic sounds, especially the ticking of a watch and subtle percussive elements that also fade in and out with the Shepard tone cycles. The ticking watch provides the rhythmic pulse, anchoring the listener's sense of time slipping away. The percussive swells and fades mirror the Shepard tone's amplitude envelope, reinforcing the feeling of endless rising tension. These layers blur the line between score and environment, immersing the audience in a sonic world that feels continuously building but never releasing. Why the Dunkirk Shepard tone works so well? It combines pitch illusion with rhythm and texture, so the effect isn't just a weird sound but a living, breathing part of the film's atmosphere. The fading and layering prevent listener fatigue, keeping the tension fresh and immersive. The soundtrack becomes an emotional engine driving the narrative momentum through sound alone. How to create your own Shepard tone like Zimmer. 1. Stack octave-spaced sine waves, at least 3, preferably more. 2. Apply a Gaussian amplitude envelope to each, so they fade in at the low end and fade out at the high end. 3. Pitch shift them together slowly upward or downward. 4. Layer percussive sounds or rhythmic elements that also fade in and out, syncing with your Shepard tone cycle, like ticking clocks, engine hums, etc., to make the illusion more immersive. To wrap it up, the Shepard tone is a deceptively simple illusion that, when done right, can powerfully manipulate emotions and tension. Hans Zimmer's use of it in Dunkirk shows how combining this auditory trick with rhythmic and environmental layers can create a soundtrack that feels alive, urgent, and endlessly rising, even if you're not watching the film. I haven't watched it and couldn't quite tell you how I even came across the supermarine theme. It's one of those just showed up in my feed one day type of things. So, whether you want to build your own Shepard tones for music, games, or film, or even just for your own content, understanding these principles will help you craft that compelling sense of infinite motion. That's all for this week. See you in the next episode. The percussive swells and fades mirror the Shepard Toad's the Shepard Toad. What? Shepard and Toad's Wild Ride.